I spent a long time trying to unravel the working principle of the secret in my personal life. It turns out, for it to work, I needed to change just one thing that I stubbornly refused to see. In this video, I want to talk to you about it as best as I can. When I noticed that results started to come in small things I approached without expectations, I realized it was working. These are actually things that everyone experiences, but often doesn't dwell on. I'm running into the person I've been thinking about in completely unrelated places on the same day. A designer whose designs I admire reaches out to me, of their own desire. When I was getting tired of working full-time from home, my former manager, who I used to work with, gets assigned to a branch very close to my home, and we start working together part-time again. Events like these have started happening to me. As a larger example, I can count the content related to various concepts I produce in the comfort of my own home, reaching millions of people in a very short time, and I can do this without having to show my face. Moreover, being able to achieve this during a time when the world economy is facing such difficulties should be considered a noteworthy success, in my opinion. Appreciation goes to all of you. It was often asked, what benefit did you get from it? With that, I not only provided an answer to them, but also did a bit of self-promotion. Those who encountered the channel for the first time with this video might be wondering, who is this person and why is he telling these things? Actually, the focus here is not me. I'm aware that compared to what millions of successful people have achieved in life, these are just a drop in the ocean. What I'm trying to convey is the truth that when we learn to use our internal dynamics correctly, even in a short period, we can start to see rapid results. The first significant contribution I can claim here is my unwavering belief that these things can happen. The place where most people struggle is often at this initial stage. I will try to explain to you, briefly and simply, how to overcome this challenge in 3 simple steps, how we can manifest what we desire in our lives, and fully experience the materialized form of our desires. The first thing mentioned in The Secret is the necessity of visualization. However, we know that just visualizing is not enough for the law of attraction to work in the direction we desire. The residue of the day, unwanted and disturbing thoughts, negative feelings brought by daily discussions, and similar things continue to work in the background while visualizing, unfortunately. Let's say we dedicated 3 minutes or 5 minutes to this in the morning. Then, for the rest of the day, we kept thinking about other things, even thoughts opposite to our desire. As we continue to do this, negative energy and its attraction move towards the heavier side of the scale. So, what is our solution? The solution lies in understanding the second step here. According to the second principle of the law of attraction, the content of our magnetic field takes its source directly from our emotions. Seeing this in positive outcomes is a bit easier than seeing it in negative ones. Let's think about it simply. If, for some reason, you are extremely angry and act with that anger, you attract energy of anger, resentment, and negativity with the same force. People around you react to you, and you start to feel uncomfortable with yourself and others. The working of the law of attraction progresses in this principle, even in lower intensity vibrations, as in this extreme example. Let's set aside the example of a major outburst of anger for now. As we mentioned earlier, let's say we did a 5-minute concentration exercise, leaving it for just one day and, as much as our strength allows, consistently and persistently increasing its intensity. Forming a habit of doing it every healthy morning turns out to be very beneficial for us. The reflection of that 5 minutes onto our entire day and the impact of the overall vibration of our day on our life and future occur through consistency. When we talk about intensity, it means emotions can be involved in the process. Walking inside that house, seeing that money in the bank account with your own eyes, experiencing the feeling of freedom it brings. Living things like going on a fun and pleasant vacation to the country you and your loved one have been curious about every possible morning for a few minutes, with real emotions and every detail, and then starting to allocate time to routine tasks for the rest of the day. The most important part, the third step, letting go, the let it go part. Some may be confused and ask, what does that mean? Will I ask for it or will I not? When will I ask for it? How long will I ask for it? Where should I leave asking for it? And how should the balance between the two be? In fact, we can say that the early hours of the morning are the times when internal and universal peace converge, and the doors of opportunities are open. The rest of the day covers the times to trust the realms where desires are asked for, in a way. To be able to do this again, we need to make progress in our own minds. Trusting is a challenging task. People can experience breaks even in their trust in the Creator in whom they wholeheartedly believe. It's that difficult. When it comes to religious beliefs, the most important thing I can say by leaving it to the individual is this. We need to constantly remind ourselves of the truth that we are never alone. Yes, it's a very simple concept, but strengthening and keeping it internalized all the time can be equally difficult. You are not carrying the whole burden alone. Trust in the existence of a higher consciousness and power behind you, protecting and supporting you, and trust in its plan. It is true that the power that created us, the power that sustains existence, also gave us a responsibility, and fulfilling this responsibility properly is what is expected of us. Being responsible in this sense also implies that, in the process of creation, we are in a kind of partnership with free will. Increasing our conscious awareness in this creation process as far as our power allows, and then knowing how to leave the rest to the experts. To learn this will be better and more beneficial for us. Think about the times when you felt that the control of your life slipped away, and you were dragged towards places where you felt you couldn't escape. Remember the periods when you entered a vicious cycle and got stuck. But every time, somehow, maybe in miraculous ways, you held on and pulled yourself out of that situation, and you were given the chance to redirect your life. In relationships, work situations, financial positions, whatever it may be, you somehow knew how to get out of it. Because there has always been, always, a mighty force behind you, protecting and watching over you. If you can truly understand this, your mind and its reflection on the external world will bring you peace, happiness, and tranquility independent of the environmental conditions you are in. I know it's still hard for many to believe, but believe me, this is possible. Thank you for watching. If you find it helpful, don't forget to like the video below and subscribe to the channel. Take very good care of yourself. Thank you for being here.